Hello, collective. Spirit wants me to bring another message, so I got to do what Spirit wants. As Jim Caviezel says it, when God asks you to do something, you don't hesitate. And I was hesitating. I was like, "You sure that I'm supposed to do this?" But with this type of wisdom comes great responsibility. So yeah, I want to do it for my, spirit team, Most High. It's pretty necessary, and only the people that are listening to these messages fully, and listening clearly will understand. I'm going to read from the Boston Globe's yesterday's Globe. I don't have today's Globe, but there were some articles, and I'll be able to show what the Spirit has shown me, because there's two sides to every story. And I'm not going to make a long video, but this is yesterday's Globe. Today's what, the 26th, January 26th. Yesterday was January 25th, 2025. So it's two 25s there. It's like a porthole, they call it. Stargate, I don't know. When things line up like that, there's a lot of celestial things happening in our universe and the omniverse. There's another, beyond our universe, there's more. So it's just fascinating stuff. So bullet points here. First thing is, Trump suggests shutting down FEMA. Some of the FEMA agents are worried, saying that they've been there for the American people and feel job security is now at risk, now at stake. Also, they didn't want to be identified for the fear of reprisal. And I would say they're there for the American people. Well, the last few years, a lot of the American people were complaining bad that there was nothing being done, not much being done to help them out. And it took, I don't know, months and months, and even some still waiting for payments and help. Where's the money going? Where's all that money? That's a lot of tax money being given to FEMA to do the right things. Somebody's taking something from, can't do that. The deficit's growing, and yeah, that's why Trump's running this place like a business now, and it needs to be, because there's a lot of thievery going on in our taxes, and who's it costing? It's costing us, we, the people. The other one is, I'm going to read some of this. Brooklyn man charged with pressuring girl into child porn. A Brooklyn man allegedly promised a 15-year-old girl cash and a shopping spree in return for providing sexually explicit images of herself during the extensive pressure campaign, officials said Thursday. Cunha was 24 and was arrested by FBI agents at home Thursday on sexual exploitation of children, according to the U.S. District Attorney. In one message to her, Cunha wrote that "You can't get all teary-eyed when I get real with you. I'm giving you money to do as you're told. That the point of paying you, you answer with, 'Yes, Daddy,' according to the affidavit." Cunha allegedly used similar tactics against a 13-year-old girl from Massachusetts who, after years of contact with them, agreed to meet in person, according to the affidavit. Cunha sent a rideshare car to her school to take her to the mall where they met. While she was trying on clothes in a store, Cunha entered the changing room where he groped and tried to kiss her, according to the affidavit. So Cunha used similar tactics to obtain sexually explicit images from two adolescent girls in Indiana, the affidavit said. He also allegedly used Snapchat to try to entice children in New Jersey, Michigan, Missouri, Alabama. The children were ages 10 through 16, they said. But here's where, this is why, obviously we don't condone things like this. This is ridiculous. But I've had Spirit tell me sometimes that's why Christ says pray for these people. Because in a telephone interview Thursday with Cunha's father, said his son was a victim of abuse and neglect when his family adopted him through the state's Department of Children and Families, CPS, or DCF. They changed their names. "We love our son," Glenn Cunha said on behalf of his spouse. "He has struggled with learning disabilities, significant learning disabilities, and mental health issues since we adopted him, and we have sought treatment in the multiple forums over the years." Cunha, a former Massachusetts Inspector General, declined further comment. Inspector General. Well, you know, see, he was raised in, until he got, seems like with these good parents that adopted him, but he was in the system. And so as Spirit said, there's no bad students or children, only bad teachers, parents, or guardians. I don't want to say parents, but sometimes parents aren't too good either. And we all make mistakes, but these are immoral mistakes. So that was that one. And then the last one I'll read. But that's why you pray for them, because it's like they're going to be going through their own hell when they're caught. That's for sure. Because pedophiles ain't liked in prisons. Harvard lecture cuts over fears of division. There's a reason I'm reading this. I'm breaking it up and I'm reading the whole article. Medical students would have heard from Gaza patients. It's about Harvard. In the days since the session was first publicized last week, we heard from students and faculty members who expressed concerns about hearing from individuals impacted in Gaza without also hearing individuals impacted in Israel, wrote George Daly and Bernard Chang, both of whom are deans at the school, in an email first-year medical and dental students. The conflict continues to inflame passions and provoke divisions in our community, and it is our aim to ensure that HMS, Harvard Medical School, provides a constructive, non-polarized educational environment for students of all backgrounds and beliefs. The medical school canceled the event, which was planned for weeks and supported by the course faculty, less than 12 hours before it was having to have taken place. In an email to the Globe, students were outraged at this action and have expressed their concerns to the administration. Let's see the rest of it. Okay, here we go. The definition adopted by the Internal Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, as well as more than 40 nations, but only a handful of American universities say that certain kinds of criticism of Israel and Zionism can be anti-Semitic, such as asserting that the existence of a state of Israel is a racist endeavor or drawing comparison of contemporary Israeli policy to that of the Nazis. The so-called IHRA definition does not say, however, that all criticism of Israel is out of bounds. Criticism of Israel similar to that leveled against any other country cannot be regarded as anti-Semitic, the definition says. We've already seen Harvard and many other universities lean toward representing Palestine voices that are speaking up for the lives and dignity of Palestinians, long before Trump and long before the past year of the genocide that we have been witnessing, and that we will be uncovered even more as folks return to their destroyed cities during the ceasefire. She said, "We know it's potentially going to get a lot worse." I mean, people got to start going towards Christ, peace, you know, picking two sides. We're still judging and we're trying to look towards the revenge. I said this on my last video, you know, constantly looking to repay somebody for whatever they've done wrong to us. I mean, that's no way of you know, we stay on the karmic wheel that way. We don't reach heavens, but we could create heaven on earth by being kingdom builders. It's being said all over the place. You can see it in the social media. It's popping up more and more. The Holy Spirit's really a real deal thing in churches, but not all churches have the power of that Holy Spirit when there's false preachers preaching. I can't say which ones are. I can say around our area there's a couple that flat. There's no, will it stay like that? Maybe not, I don't know. But, and here's another little article, the same article, but in other news, Trump's sweeping executive order calling for an end to diversity, equity, and inclusion, the DEI policies, singles out colleges and universities for enforcement and opening bid to remake higher education institutes that Trump and his allies see as the original source of progressive values they deride. Yeah, that's the pronouns. I'll tell you that story. Let me finish reading this. The order signed Tuesday could have wide-ranging implications across higher education as it demands the recipients of the federal contracts and grants swear off DEI programs and threatens investigation of universities with endowments over $1 billion. $1 billion go into this, which could include many New England institutes such as Harvard, MIT, and Northeastern. The directive may accelerate a rollback of DEI policies already underway. Some corporations have recently abolished their DEI offices. MIT and Harvard's largest academic division last year ended the practice of requiring professors to outline how they would further DEI goals when applying for jobs, although each school still has DEI administrators and programs. This place has it. They brought, last week they were saying, announce your name at a community meeting. They got me out of my room to go to this meeting. I went, and then when they were announcing each other's names, it's the first time I heard this at a community meeting. He, him, you got to identify with the pronouns. I was like, get out of here, you people. I go, and Trump was already in office. This was Wednesday. It was only a couple days ago, 4 days ago. Trump already signed the executive order on Monday, or maybe it was Tuesday for that one, but I knew it. And I was like, get out of here with your craziness. You're not pushing this stuff on our kids anymore. This man and this woman. And on Thursday, the university laid off the staff of the Harvard Slavery Remembrance Program. And on Thursday, the university laid off the staff of its Harvard Slavery Remembrance Program and outsourced the project, which is part of a $100 million initiative to identify the direct descendants of those enslaved by the Ivy League schools, leadership, faculty, or staff who's been enslaved, who thinks they can keep enslaving us. American Ancestors, a Boston-based genealogical nonprofit and current research partner, will take over the program. That's why I don't want to give them my blood. Harvard spokesman, or sign anything. I don't sign nothing in this place. Harvard spokesman Sarah E. Kennedy, confirmation, O'Reilly declined to comment on the layoffs. They're trying to narrow down who's who and who they need to keep quiet. They can do whatever they want. I'm not going to stay quiet. I'm going to continue doing our Father's will on earth as I meditate and wait for the downloads to come in every morning, every night. I pray, and then I wait, and when they ring, I hear it, and I follow my heart. I follow my heart. Some things I wish I didn't have to do, but if it's that necessary to help wake God's children up, I'm all in. I owe. So it's off to work. I go. And, that's the message. So, hope everyone had a great weekend. And as I said before, I'll say it some more. Stay up and stay blessed, because we all are. Peace.